My name is Tom Kousky. I am a senior advisor for the network deployment team on the Broadband Task Force. Very much focused on the nuts and bolts, what I kind of regard as the Hardscrabble, where the 21st century infrastructure meets the 20th century. Things such as roads, bridges, poles. You wouldn't build a road in this city today without thinking about storm water drainage and sewers. The same thing should be true for broadband service. We need to get to the place in this country that when somebody is building a road, they're thinking about the broadband needs and demands, both today and in the future, for the community that that road serves. There's an interesting initiative in Massachusetts. It's called the Massachusetts Broadband Initiative. Oddly enough, it's actually created by the state government, and what they saw was the need for a broadband coordinating function. One of their crowning achievements was they were able to take a highway, an interstate highway in the western part of Massachusetts, which is generally a high-cost area to serve because it's mountainous and hilly, and to take a Department of Transportation grant that was related to what normally had been a traffic management control network, and leveraging that into a general purpose, general access broadband network that runs up and down the entire spine of the western part of the state. This was an instance where if it had been left to its own devices, the state highway department would have said, "Oh, this is a wonderful grant to build a traffic management system," but it would not have been thought of, "Oh, this is actually a way to get broadband infrastructure into the western part of Massachusetts." So it really took a reorientation by the state government to think about this a little bit differently. And the highway department still got the traffic management system that they were originally trying to get, but the surrounding communities were able to get a lot more as well. It's very easy to get in back of the principle of let's connect a school to the internet, but to recognize that in the process of doing that, you could really drive down the cost of connecting the neighboring business. This is getting communities to think about the shared broadband destiny that they have. To utilize institutions such as community colleges, libraries, community centers, really as launching off points for bringing fiber optic connectivity deeper into communities, and then leveraging that so the surrounding businesses and consumers can actually utilize them and experience higher broadband availability as a result. Components to these infrastructure recommendations is to drive down the cost of deployment. And that will have a lot of benefits, not only in making more broadband available to more people that don't have it today, but also that future broadband network upgrades will happen faster and ultimately be cheaper.